Oh, hello class. Today, I'll be talking to you about bourgeois respectability. Now I'm sure you're probably all wondering, what does bourgeois respectability mean? Well, let's begin with the first word, bourgeois. Bourgeois means middle class. And respectability means proper or socially acceptable. The ideals for bourgeois respectability would be financial success, upward social mobility, freedom from financial debt, freedom from moral guilt, and a secure family organized along traditional lines. This ideal was supported and reinforced by a social structure. Because of this ideology, women had no political or economic power. They were dependent on men, and when it came to marriage, it was more like a business deal. Shake hands with the businessman. I think our kids should get married. That sounds like a wonderful idea. But when? Well, you're gonna have to sign this contract first. Women were expected to get married, have kids, and motherhood was treated like it was something learnt from a book. Kind of like this one. These books told women how to be good wives and household managers. Some people, like Henrik Ibsen, challenged this patriarchal ideology. The position of women was an especially volatile issue because the ideology underlay the entire social, political, and economic structure. If women had autonomy, the whole structure of society would have to be reimagined. 75% of the world would have to be remade. This was an apocalyptic idea to the ruling and middle classes, but thrilled many intellectuals. Each move in the direction of autonomy, such as women's suffrage, revised marriage laws, advances in women's education, felt like the end of the world. And I'll let you in a little secret. It was. A new one was being born. In the play A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen, seeing the character Nora leave her children at the end of the play was too much for most of the audience to handle. Some had to get up and leave the theater. In fact, it was so outlandish to the German people that they took Henrik Ibsen's play and changed the ending of it to something a little more like this. Sorry, my German came out a little bit there. English translation. Go then, but first you will see your children for the last time. Let me go. I will not see them, I cannot. You shall see them. Look, there they are, asleep, peaceful and carefree. Tomorrow when they wake up, they will call for their mother, but they will be motherless. Motherless, as you once were. Motherless. Oh, this is a sin against myself, but I cannot leave them. Nora. As you can see, the Germans took Henrik Ibsen's play and they completely changed it. Henrik Ibsen was going for that full shock effect at the end. And they robbed that, therefore taking the entire message of everything he worked for. I found this website online that sums this up oh so sweetly. When Nora slams the door of her doll's house, shutting herself out of the only world she has known and stepping into a future that is unknown and therefore both promising and threatening, the sound resonates with the apocalyptic terrors of Ibsen's time. The women of this time had no will, and often marriage did not equal love. In conclusion, bourgeois respectability did more social, economic, and political harm than it did good.